Wow. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to have some fun today. My name is Ray Reynolds. Let's write it down. Let's play. Let's understand the blueprint of success. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And say hi. Say hi. All right. All right. Now, today, all right, I've been having fun on social media for the last 7 weeks, going on certain platforms and having fun. It's been a blast, okay? I like helping people, okay? And that's the ultimate goal. You are my new friend, okay? Fantastic. Um, don't take it wrong. I don't have friends. I'd like to find friends today, to be honest with you. It'd be kind of fun, okay, as we play this game to win, as we're going to basically understand what needs to be done. Now, understand, I quit having friends a long time ago, okay? Literally, as a kid, when you move 24 times, by the time you're 11 and a half years old, it's like, why have friends? You kind of give up, okay? But then as I got to be an adult and what I had to do to make millions and billions, everybody wanted to be my friend. I mean, Davin Michaels, I love Davin. Davin's great. He's out there, he's doing, got 1 million followers, but he always promises to help me like I helped him. It doesn't happen. I mean, I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. People don't even know that to this day. All right, 2009, died in that coma, came back. Well, the reality is my 3.7 billion was stolen. Guess what? All right, I had to rebuild it again. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. Let's thank God first, okay? Let's understand something flat out. I'm going to tell you about me and how I got to millions and billions through corporate structure. Okay, I'm not rich. I don't want to be rich. Okay, never want to say I'm rich. Look at me. Oh, that's that circus out there that I call basically a bunch of clowns. You see, when I was a little boy, all right, Mrs. Hope used and abused me all the time. It wasn't fun. I ate out of a trash can. It sucked. My mommy and daddy didn't want me. I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. And I was told they threw me away and had to come pick me up again. So who knows what's the truth? But understand something, okay? I learned to read, but I taught myself how. What does that mean? Mrs. Hope read a book. Okay, I memorized every word she said. Every word, every word. I memorized every word. Okay? And I could read the book to the other kids without looking at the book. And she said I was retarded and I was a piece of blah, blah, blah. Well, that's her way. You know, she's just the devil from hell. I think she's the devil's wife, to be honest with you. That's how I felt it. So what happens is very simple as we play this game. So learn me, learn what I can do for you, okay? That's the most important thing for me to help you, to guide you every step of the way. So again, what do we do today? All right, going through school, yeah, I did all that and got the papers. Anybody can do that too. See, if you read the book, memorize the answers, you do the test. Life taught me life by getting my assets kicked, okay? We all learn life by basically making mistakes or screwing up. Okay, I got to basically memorize things pretty easily. I went to the library as a little boy all the time, every day. It's where I could hide. I hide at the library. He's at the library hiding out. I'm reading books, books and books, books. See, what really got me, going as a little boy was Mrs. Hope dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier. I was 3.5 years old. She rolled down her window. It's 6:30 in the morning. And she says, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you there to die. She was the devil's wife, and that's what happens. So basically what we get to learn is how to play the game to win. So what happened is I stole off the pier. I'm a thief. When I'm 3.5 years old, eating out of trash, I'm hungry. Nobody's helping me. Nobody's helping me at all. And the reality is they never said, where's your mommy and daddy? No one bothered. Redondo Beach Pier was my playground from 3.5 years old to 9 years old. To 9.5 years old. So what did I do? I stole off the pier. I remember to this day because I can visually see it. And if I close my eyes, I can smell the pier to this day. I have recall on a lot of things. So what happened is simple. I got caught the third day. The third day I was caught. Okay, he grabs my hand. I think he's going to throw me off the pier. Now realize I'm 3.5 years old. 3.5 years old. That's all I am. Okay, nobody gave a blank. Okay, no one at all. Okay, so the bottom line is this man goes, boy, 3 times. Take out my trash, or I'll call the police. Huh? What would you do if someone grabbed you and you think they're going to throw you over to the sharks? Let's see. Take out the trash or calls the police. I took out the trash. I was known as boy on the Redondo Beach Pier till I was 9.5 years old. Clean the chum bucket. Go to my mansion on the weekend and shovel horse and cow, you know what. I remember Tony's, the owner, his daughter named Christy. She had a talking horse. They got so much money, her horse, she'd tell them what to do and they would do it. Okay, it's amazing. He's a dancing horses and all these shows. So I learned something. Let's think about something. It's like your life, we all go good and bad and ugly. You fight through the pain. I learned one thing, gather magazines. I would gather magazines as a collection and I want to see, okay, what could happen? I want to know how people got their money. I mean, look at this, Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, right there. They got all this friggin' money. How the blank did they get it? See, that's, I think, your problem. I don't think you bothered to figure out how people got their money. I studied the Rockefellers. They're my favorite. I mean, I love the Rockefellers. John D was great. This man had irrevocable trust and learned, he taught himself how to put basically what? Generation that no one paid tax. No one paid this probate crap that you do today. You set yourself up to fall. You fell because you didn't plan the problem. He planned everything. I mean, I love the Rockefellers, but I studied every rich and famous person as a collection as a kid. See, on the things you see out there, the blah, 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 what you hear today is very simple, okay? All right, you got this piece, oh, you need 3 LLCs, stop. You're watching a bunch of clowns, circus, okay? It's a circus to me. I created winning the game of business, okay? I did this, all right, because I fought through the pain. Understand? I get tested at Tewico Junior High. At Tewico Junior High, I'm tested 3 times. By the time they test me the 3rd time, I'm on my damn gym shorts. All right, Cheryl, the counselor, kept saying I was cheating. Cheating. I have recall. I could answer the question. All right, finally I got to the 3rd time. I said, what do you want on that test? SAT test, this test, gov test, means all this crap they're putting me through. Well, give me over 200. I got an IQ of 203 that time. Simple, okay? See, I don't like dumb. I call it stupid. I don't know who else would say the word stupid. So I think people follow dumb all the time. So I had to force myself, all right, to get out of hell. You see, you have to fight through the pain. You have to understand how to do this. And the reality is no one's teaching the rules and tools, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. So I got to get sucked into a government program, by the way. Never went to high school. All right, I was always college and other things as well, all through the day. All right, good morning to all of you. Jeffrey, good morning to you. Good morning to basically Gilla. I think it's what it is. I don't want to screw it up, but I understand something. What is our goal today? I want you to get to know me. I want you to know Ray Reynolds, me. Why? I'm online 6 days a week, twice a day. Classes on Friday and Saturday, and I want to help you. I want to help you as much as I can. Is that okay if I help you and you had your tablet and pen in front of you? If you had your tablet and pen in front of you, you could change your life. The problem is you're listening to the circus. Oh, you need LLCs, you C Corp, S Corp, you need a trust. You got to buy this book. I'm rich, look at me. Ay. That's a damn circus, as far as I'm concerned, a circus. Today, every one of you do not realize in 2009, 3.7 billion worth of corporate structure was stolen when I went into a coma. Okay, all right, and again, like a lot of things you do today, DM me, okay, share the live, simple, all right, basically share everything with everybody. Could you imagine? I've helped literally 50 million people learn division process. I've helped literally, okay, 37 million people become millionaire structure. Good morning, Uncle Nate. Okay, what did I do? See, I'm also the incorporated for rich and famous. But my goal is like Guffey Ranker accused me 30 years ago, all you want to do is help poor people. No, I help everybody. I coach the people for Carlton Sheets, Dave Delgado, okay, Russ Dalby, all the blah, 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 out of PI in Utah, no problem. In 2009, we're doing up to $1 million a day. I got locations in Texas, I got them in Arizona, I'm having fun. Then all of a sudden, I go into a coma, I die. See, life can change that fast. And it's over. It's a gift. Today's a gift God gave us. Again, that's what happens. You know, when you're in a coma and you can hear everything, it's freaky. You think it's a dream or a nightmare. Grand Rising. Well, the reality is we give thanks. So I want you to take your tablet and pen and please write what I want you to write, please. Just follow along just a little bit. I want to change your life. I want to give you the pieces you're missing. And you're missing so many pieces, it's ridiculous. Okay? And what happens is you have the ability to get past go. And I think you're stuck. But again, at the end of the day, if you're tapping a pen, you can throw it away or you can keep it. And I can change your life if you want me to. Hello, 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 hello. This is Cutie. Okay, fantastic. All right, the reality is if I miss a question, okay, if I miss a question, okay, all you need to do is DM me, send me the link. All right, basically look in the link tree and all the pieces you're looking at today and let us know. My team will reach out to you. Now, it's only 3:31 in the morning here, Pacific Standard Time. I get up at 1:45 in the morning. When I was a little boy, okay, I'd get up at 2:25. I did that all my life until the last 7 weeks. The last 7 weeks, I added myself to, TikTok and other things, and I want to see if it would work. Have fun. I was told by my old IT guy for 10 years it's a waste of time. Well, he phased himself out. I want to try it anyway. Thank you for the rose and the goodies. But understand something. I've been on TikTok now 7 weeks. This is my 7th week having some fun. I put people in all classes and trying to see if it would work for us. I'm having a great time. Now, understand something, okay? I used to shut down freeways. I used to have my events all the time. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. 49 years. This will be my 50th year as of March. Online or in person, all right, every week for 49 years. It's going to be 50 years. Helping people. I dedicate myself to help people to get them past go because they're stuck. But I'm going to tell you the truth, the rules and the tools. First of all, if you have kids in high school or you're a kid, you want to get basically this book. It's a free download. This is free. Free. Starting it right. Okay, this helps the kids start their credit file, tells them the rules and tools that most of us never learned in the first place. Now, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough. This is TRW, all right, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts, got in the information business, and basically eventually TRW became Aspiring in 96. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, their security chief. He was bodyguard for President Nixon. He was also CID. I got to train him and tell him what I wanted. So let's write down on our tab and pen right now today's date. We know it's January 7th. Okay, write it down, double check the calendar, January 7th. This year, you're changing your life. Why? Because I said so. Why? Because I'm going to make you do it. I'm going to force you. Isn't that terrible? I'm going to force you to get $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month to an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, or a PC. Okay, I'm going to force it to you. Isn't that terrible? So if you listen and learn, I'm going to give you the pieces you've been missing the whole time. And I think you're missing a lot of pieces at the same time. So what do we do? Now understand what this means. When I trained him, listen to the words. All right, oldest card, oldest card. So what happens is the oldest credit card is what basically stabilizes your credit. So let's write down oldest card. Next, what we have to understand is I wrote the 29% rule that no one's teaching you today. Okay, I'm sorry they're not teaching you. Back taxes and filed. Okay, well it is. Carol, there's a way to basically go through the back taxes and do an Amazon, or there's a way to do a tax return to Amazon, amortize, okay, 3 to 5 years. Okay, there's a solution there. I have people who can help you with that as well. Now let's go back to basics. These cards fluctuate. I would love for you to take your personal credit cards and put them in front of you right now. Right now. I'd love for you to do that right now. Get out your purse, get out your wallet, all the pieces. Now understand something. You signed an SS5 form, or mommy did. The SS5 form that got filled out by you or mommy, because Nixon took the gold standard out in August of 71, all right, that is what tracks in the SS5, gets you an SSN. We're tracked by the SSN. It connects to the 1040 tax return. We get a paycheck. Your paycheck is taxed, you get the leftover. When you got your first paycheck, it's like, what the blank? Where's my money? The employer told you the IRS got their cut, you get the leftover. Everything you touch is tax again until we probate when we pass. There's no reason for probate. All right? Rockefellers didn't worry about probate because they had irrevocable trust and they set up the right way. Now, if you had your credit cards in front of you right now, good morning to all of you. Okay, then pay again. Understand something. All cards fluctuate but two. Write it down. All cards fluctuate but two. So this is basically a 50 and a 10. Let's look at the $10,000 card. You need a sticky. On the back of a credit card, you need to put a sticky for one reason. Alex said they cannot get my card because I locked my credit. Did you actually without that? Well, what happens is you're trying to get a card, all right, based on a situation, okay, Amex. What happens is if you locked your credit reports, they're probably not going to do that. But understand gold and platinum's cards, there's no inquiry in the first place. But they will say your credit reports are locked. Now let's go back to this because I know you have a lot of questions and answers. I'll help you through the whole process, and my team will help you as well. Card. If I have a sticky in the back of my card, this is a 10,000 card once again. I write down 29% and 25%. On a 10,000 credit card, I can use $2,500 or $29. I designed the system in the 70s and 80s and 90s. So what happens is if I use 29% to 25%, I'm still in the green. If you go to $3,000 on 10,000, you're in the yellow. If you go to 50%, you're in the red. So what happens with most of you have crappy credit, or you got stuck, or you've been in the up and down, up and down, up and down. So what do we do? So if you pay attention, we can get you through that process, okay? So I'm not here to be CPA and attorney, but I'd like to help you every step of the way if you allow me to. All cards fluctuate. You screw up your credit or make it go up and down because you're lack of knowledge. Our lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We do stupid things all the time. We all do. We do dumb. Now, I want you to understand something. All right, write down Amex does not fluctuate. Write it down. Write down American Express does not fluctuate gold or platinum. All the other ones do. So they're unlimited. They'll tell you that right up to your face. And the pay over time limit, I got them to do 18 years ago. I had them add that to the system as an affiliate, and that's what they did. That paid over time limit should be up to 100,000. You personally should have, all right, literally 7 of these and 1 of these, okay, and 2 of these. This would give you 100,000 of safety credit because we always have a bad day, bad week, bad year. Bad times don't last forever. All right, good morning, Brandy. Good morning to all of you again as we play this game to win. Boss, let's borrow that gold card. Well, no, let's not borrow anything. Let's get your own gold card, okay? Because then I'm going to show you how you're going to daisy chain it to 99 more cards. 99. So if you listen, okay, and you learn, you can follow through. So it's very simple. So if these do not fluctuate, you could jack these up $1 million if you had to during a bad day, bad week, bad year, and you wouldn't have dropped your score in the first place. Your lack of knowledge is what I call our stupidity. We're not stupid. I got a 750. Can I get that card? I can get you the cards at a 649, by the way. I'm an affiliate. I represent, and my dashboard's 119 creditors. So the answer is yes. But now, next, keep going. These are lines of credit. Corporation. Now, if you have an LLC, C Corp, all right, LLP, S Corp, nonprofit, or PC, there's 6 types of entities. Supreme Court says is a legal person. A legal person. So again, what do we look at? Your goal would be to get a line of credit called checkbook money. Let's call it checkbook money, okay? So checkbook money allows us to do one thing, write a check. We don't have to pay a fee until we write a check, okay? How do you become an affiliate? All right, Linktree, follow me, share the live. Very simple, that's all you need to do. Click the link below. Hey, Ray, I have an LLC, okay, and my trust, everything else. So understand something. Now, the messages scroll pretty fast. If I miss your question, please just DM me, all right, share the live, put a note there, and we'll get back with you. I guarantee we will. Okay, it's 3:40 in the morning. Okay, I'm up every day. All right, when I started TikTok 7 weeks ago, it's very simple. I went live. I'm going live on other platforms, having fun. I wanted to find out if this could replace my seminars that I did for 30 plus years, 4 times a week. And right now I'm just having a good time. I hope you listen, learn. I hope you have a good time as well. Your problem is you. Your problem is you. What does this mean? Your problem is your lack of knowledge doesn't get you where you need to go. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, what does this mean? Just got in and I'm interested in what you're being said here. Well, the reality is listen and learn, and we're going to go through it a couple of times. Very simple. Again, what are we looking to do? Your goal today is to get past go. I would like to help you get $10,000 a month to 100,000. Okay? No, I don't need anybody to join my live, so quit doing this and popping up and you're wasting your time. I'm not going to click you in. Because again, I'm an expert. I don't think you are. In my opinion, don't take it wrong. Okay? All I know is I created my first $1 million through corporate structure after I invented Car Finder. And I did that basically when I was 15 years old. What did you do? But I'm driving a Lamborghini as a kid, okay? Quintosh. All right? Corporate structure is millions and billions, not me. I don't want to say I'm rich because I'm not rich. People say they're rich or show off, look at me, look at me. I think it's stupid, in my opinion, or dumb. Now, some of you are jacked up on your credit. So what do? You're trying to rebuild it. I would tell you, do not hire a credit repair flaky company. I'm hoping the HR 9991 becomes, all right, the rules, because credit repair is against the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You can check that out as well. Good morning, Ray. Another great day. Hard to be alive. Hey, God is great. God is good. Just be thankful. Now, I'm going to tell you what I live by. God, family, money. God, family, money. So you write down whatever you want. God is first, family. Now, my wife and I have been married 2 decades plus, so we became family. That's because we became one. So when I say family, it's always, 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 okay? Me and my wife, period. All right, there's people, well, I'm first. No, you're not first. God was first. But again, that's just what happens out there. So amen to all that. So our goal is this. If you're jacked up on your credit today, you need to reduce your debt to ratio. All right, it's pay it down or, all right, basically increase the limit. There's ways to increase the limit as well. God bless you. God bless you. You can get courtesy checks. That helps you reduce debt to ratio. You can get supply credit and turn it into cash credit. So understand supply turned into cash. When I died in a coma in 2009, all right, when I woke up from coma, all right, everything was stolen. My tax attorney tricked my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney. There's $3.7 billion in structure at the time. My yacht's in my backyard in Huntington Beach, Huntington Harbor. Look at the largest U-Dock. That was my yacht. That was my U-Dock, period. I park my stuff in the backyard, but that's only one of the mansions through the process, okay? But I don't own anything. I learned a long time ago, do not own anything, okay? Control everything. And it's not the little book out. You need to trust. You need a lot more than a trust, okay? We have to understand something today. It's very simple. We have to learn to play the game to win. I want you to plan the problem from now on. I'd like you to say planning the problem. Could you do that for me? Planning the problem. Because I think what happens is you don't plan the problem and you let life kick your ass. Okay? So what do I do next? Well, first of all, if you DM me, you share the live, make a comment, no problem. My team will help you. What should be done? Every program I've ever done, I put you in a rapid refresh. It pushes your scores up. My father says that I don't own anything, but the bank does. Well, again, your father can be cute about it. Bank owns everything and somewhat, yes, but they're in a partnership with an LLC or S Corp or C Corp. They're in partnerships, you own a piece of something. But again, it's called cash flow. And cash flow fee per time. It's in my book when I was 15, and I had to sue the man that stole that as well. And that's why he has to say the word, the financial freedom. Got it so far? We're going to play my way for a while. We have the ability to change our lives if we want to. Do you want to change your life? It's a very simple thing. Thank you. You're welcome. Now understand. If we write down today's date, this is January 7th, 2026. I believe you have the same rerun yesterday and the day before. Thank you for joining the fan clubs. Thank you for the links, the flowers, and the hearts, and the things you do. But understand something. We have the ability to change our lives. Okay? And I want you to change your lives today. And hopefully I don't drop this on the ground, but that's just, that could happen as well. So let's understand. I would like you to change your life. Okay? I'd like to help you do that. What does that mean? Today, I'm going to walk through the office. I'm going to go to the building next door. We have a choice today. I tell you all the time, I call it a circus, okay? I hear clowns all the time going, blah, blah, you need 3 LLCs. I'm rich. Look at me. Don't buy a house. Blah, blah, blah. It's a bad investment. They're an idiots. Okay? I don't have enough hands. Okay? What else is there? Okay. So, all right, I have 2,100 pictures of rich and famous. There's a couple presidents of the United States of America. There's Lakers, Dodgers, Angels, and Clippers. And I'm the #1 consultant worldwide, right, which you don't even know that. And I'm also the #1 registered agent. And I've sold more corporations on planet Earth than anybody. How's that? We have the ability to change our lives and have some fun. And of course, they were supposed to clean the board last night, and they did not do that. All right, I'm gonna have to yell at somebody today, or I won't yell, I'll just be, what I'm gonna do is tell them the truth. They're supposed to clean the board at the end of the day, okay? Because right now you'll look at it and everything's backwards. I don't have enough hands to do that too. What else is new, okay? Let's put that over here, all right, because I'm trying to put this over here, and I wanna make sure I help every one of you today, and then I'm gonna have to basically go, why didn't they clean the board? Why didn't they clean the board? Okay? Because they didn't bother. Well, that'll change today. Okay? So, we're going to have some fun, and that's what our goal should be, having fun. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I don't drop this on the ground. Okay, and have some fun at the same time. All right, I'm going to clean the board. I'm sorry my back will be to you for a minute because I'm going to do, because I didn't have my Vanna White. Okay? Because you don't need to see things backwards. What you see on the board right now happens to be a blueprint we did yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'd like you to write down 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, today I'm going to show you and the world how to create a blueprint of success. Okay, now I own the rights to that. My TV and radio show literally for over 40 years shows I own the rights to Blueprint of Success. Now, every once in a while, my attorneys have to remind Tony Robbins to quit using it because I own it. Okay, it's in my books and everything else that I do. So again, all right, use so be no problem. Well, the other teachers' backs always to you because they're always writing on the board. So I'm going to have to fix this today. Okay, I'm going to say you're fired. Now, just going to basically say, why didn't you clean the board? You know I broadcast 3 o'clock in the morning, and why didn't you do it? Because guess what? Now understand something. 80% of the people you hire suck. 80% of whoever you hire in life are terrible people. They're lazy, okay? Lazy. And what happens, very simple, all right, they milk the job. You will get rid of your 80% of people because your 20% will push them out. Because the 20% want their bonuses, they want their paychecks, okay, and all the other things. One of these days we're going to have a board that's bolted to the wall, which I like it, because then it doesn't bounce when you write. Because when I write, it makes me look like I'm writing with my feet. So I have to hold the board half the time. Okay. Now that we did so much someone else's job, and they're going to hear it from me in a nice way, and I guarantee you the board will be cleaned every day from now on. Okay? Right, Brandy? It's one of my managers watching. Okay? Because I don't want my back to you. All right? I call it rude. But I have no choice. Now, let's focus. Today, all right, I want you to learn what I learned, okay? Yes, we can go to school, pass the test, and get the paper. I did all that too. Life taught me life by getting my assets kicked, okay? Again, eating off the pier, all right? Threatening almost thrown off the pier. Okay, you have a trash can and studying every rich and famous person I could. So again, okay? So again, as we play this game, let's see if I can slow down some of these questions because they go pretty fast. All right, Colorado, we had remind him, stop using the words blueprint of success. Yes, that's what I had to do. Now, let's go back in time, okay? Your problem is going to be you, and I want to show you what I'm talking about today. Remember, okay, when we started, all the things I started to help people, my first series that I put out there in 1976 was Winning the Game of Business. Winning the Game of Business. So let's understand that. So what is the goal? Winning the game of business. That's what I did. The black cassettes and all the pieces. Now at the time, I'm driving a Quintos Lamborghini. I got over $1 million in the bank. Okay, and I released this in 1976. I was 16, by the way. Had a beard at 12. All right, I brought in my first million at 15 years old after I actually invented something called Car Finder. I own all kinds of patents and all kinds of things that I create. So what do? This series back then, listen very carefully, okay? I'm going to write some things on the board. Hopefully only my side will be to you, not the back, because I don't like that at all. And I want you to write down, okay? And I want you to understand this, okay? Yes, it's basically boxes and things. This is banks, okay? Your banks and credit cards, if you notice on the internet this last 6 months, they've had to settle lawsuits everywhere they go, settle lawsuits. What happens is banks have branch numbers, okay? Every branch has a separate tax ID. A separate what? Tax ID. So understand what they do. Now understand the next thing is they're actually doing what's called tax balancing, okay? All right, I wouldn't write IRS because it'll be backwards to you, okay? Now, here's what you realize. They bankrupt locations. They keep all the money, okay? So again, that's what they do. So again, what we do is look at the money. We write it backwards for you, okay? Now, I want you to think today about your LLC if you have one, your C Corp, your S Corp, all right, your nonprofit, your PC, okay, and understand different ways of structure. By the way, the Supreme Court says that entities are a legal person. Legal what? Person. All right, so understand this. If you create an entity below the legal person, the entity is the legal person as well. So what happens is you follow the live, share the live with the whole world. All right, subscribe, linktr.ee, look at all the pieces and get to know Ray Reynolds because I'll change your life. Okay, it's very simple. Now understand something. You have to realize if you have an LLC, all right, there are 9 types. What kind do you have? If you have an LLP, if you have a C Corp or S Corp, nonprofit or PC, that's the categories Supreme Court says is a legal person. You look online, okay, and you'll see your entity online. You're an officer, you're on the bank account, and if they sue one of those things I mentioned, they're going to sue you, okay? Every type of those entities has a book. That's called minutes and bylaws. I have a class every 11 weeks that talks about minutes and bylaws as well. I have 11 classes in rotation that are called specialties. Now today, okay, all right, I want to show you how to play the game. Carol, I'm not here to be a CPA and attorney. That's not my job today, okay? In law school, we learn about billable seconds, minutes, and everything else. But I didn't do that for you. I didn't do it for anything besides myself, okay? So understand something. I like creating money, but I don't receive money. All right, you get a paycheck today. It is taxed before you get the check. You get the leftover, and it's taxed. Leftover. Then everything you touch is tax, and probate when you're dead. That's how it works. Your problem is you, okay? The LLC, did you say legal or illegal? Okay, no. This is an entity. What I said is the Supreme Court says these entities are legal people. Okay, that's what they said. They categorize. I'll show that today at the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Every one of you don't know this, but at 3 o'clock today, you're going to be on my live, and I'm going to show you how to create your own blueprint. I'm going to give you an example as a blueprint, then I'm going to offer to do it for you, with you, privately, or one of my team members will as well. Okay? I want you to understand how to get to millionaire status. Okay? And I guarantee you'll learn more from me than you learned in your whole life. Huh? It's a pretty strong saying to say, right? When I trained Ken Yarborough, TOW experience, very simple, okay? I got to train him, all right? From there, all right, it was the oldest card, and I'll go through the process again, the 29% rule. On the credit bureaus years ago, you used to see consumer credit counseling. That's one of my companies as well, by the way. I've been out there now, okay, going to be 50 years this year. If you have children in high school or college, you want them to get the free download. It's called Starting Out Right. It's free. Free to the world. How's that? I want to help everyone I can. Okay? 76,800. Okay, 28% grade. What difference? 670 score to 730. Well, the reality is your score could be great. You could have all that pieces. The problem is I'm still going to help you anyway because you're missing some pieces. This is a free download to everybody. Okay, it's in the link tree. okay? And basically you can find it as well. And the goal is to help everybody and subscribe to me. All right, click the link below and share the live with everybody in the world. Ray Reynolds is going to change the world. That is my desire. That's what I've done for 49 years, online or in person, 6 days a week, helping people like you. And that's the reality, because you need help. Guthrie Ranker accused me of basically years ago wanting to help poor people. I said, I want to help everybody. Okay, and that's how it works. So if you cannot afford something, take away your excuse. If you say you can't afford something, that's crap. Okay, it's an excuse. Why? You piss away $50 every other day. The next thing is you can refer people to us, and guess what? You get programs for free. So knock off the excuse, get off your assets and go get it. That's just what I'm going to tell you. It's the truth. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to draw this square right here. Right now, come on, draw the square. I want you to understand something. Your problem is you, okay? If an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, Supreme Court says it's a legal person, it's online, when they sue that, they would sue you. If you think an LLC protects you and you're going, peekaboo, it's crap. Oh, you need 3 LLCs. No, you don't. It's a bunch of crap. Okay? Corporations, owning corporations, that's 84 time. Now, what is our goal today? Let's understand what I want you to really do today. I want you to take and write this little square box. Simple. I would like you to have 9 divisions. Let's write it down. Okay? 9 entities. If I create a LLC, LLP, nonprofit PC, okay, whatever I have as an entity is filed on Supreme Court. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? So let's understand something. If you created a line of defense for you, line of defense, you could change your life. This means you have a line of defense right here. This is a corporate umbrella, just like the banks do. Okay? Every entity has the ability to have its own credit file, its own file. So if you have an LLC, C Corp protect you instead of LLC, and stop. Until you get to know me, okay, because I'm going to tell you flat out, an LLC is a limited liability company. They classify as corp as you file it, and most LLCs are converted to S. C corporation is double taxed. Okay, so if I had a C or LLC, if I'm making money, I'm going to convert it to S. But you need to get to know me more. I'm not here to be your legal advisor, legal advice, or accounting at all. I just want to show you how you can play and change your life. Is that okay? I appreciate it. All right, the download is your free book. That's fantastic. There's more free stuff too. Continue and listen. Okay, understand something, Gerald. Corporations are free. All corporations are free. Your problem is you spend thousands of dollars to an attorney or CPA or corporate service, and they're practicing law, they haven't got it right yet. You pissed away money to start an LLC or LLC or C Corp, whatever crap. You didn't learn a damn thing. And now you're basically giving them more money. Corporations are free. Write down free. The link tree, or you let us know if you can't find it on a website or something. What do? We'll hand it to you for free. Free. Why would anybody ever pay for something, all right, $5,000 and learn diddly squat? So what happens is in 1985, okay, I had a choice to change something. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit, built $60 billion for my clients and myself over the years. I'm the one that trained Ken Yarborough. And what I'm going to basically make sure you understand is fluctuation. So again, get out your credit cards in front of you, your personal cards right now. I'm going to go through this one more time, and I want you to understand how to play the game. Now, this is a 50, this is a 10. The back of a card, you need a sticky. You're going to put, it's $10,000 on the card. 25% is $2,900. You're going to put 29% is $2,900, and then you're going to stop. The moment you took it to 3,000, you got into yellow and then the red. I designed this system flat out, training Ken Yarborough, 70s and 80s and 90s, and it's the oldest card in the fluctuation rules. Let's understand something, because there's always some ding-dong out there trying to give people crap. Okay, there's Ken Yarborough's checks, all right, from the 80s and 90s, okay? All right, because he worked for me. I'm his trainer. Okay, so if you listen very carefully, okay, if you get the discipline down, stick you behind card. Your excuse why your credit went down or up and down and screwed up, you had a bad day, bad week, month, bad year. Bad times don't last forever. Okay? Your problem is this. This is the heartbeat of your credit file. Heartbeat. What happens with your heartbeat today is very simple. You make it go up and down, up and down. I designed it the oldest card, and the fluctuation. Okay? 25%, 29%. So you get the discipline and you rebuild yourself. Credit repair is a fraud. If you want to rip off your creditors, then rip off your creditors. Be a damn crook. I can't help you then. But if you understand something, and I always use my wife's cards example, because always some charge, do you really have the cards? See, we got to deal with stupid out there. Sorry, I call it dumb and stupid. So these are my wife's American Express Gold and Platinum cards. They're unlimited up to $100,000 paid over time limit and up to $1 million. Okay, as long as I can prove I can pay the $1 million back. Now write down gold and platinum do not fluctuate. Write it down. Gold and platinum do not fluctuate. I don't want to hear this. Oh, you get the mileage, says I'm an expert in that, blah, blah, blah. You get points, you get the hotel. Stop. In the beginning, I don't give a crap about this circus. I don't like the clowns. Okay? So let's understand. These do not what? Fluctuate. If I got a bad week, bad year, whatever, I don't jack up the wrong card. You did this, and that's why most of you have crappy credit. Or you got the up and down show, and you got to stop it. You keep screwing up because why? Of you. Stop screwing up. What does this mean? If we listen very carefully, I've been helping people literally for 49 years, 6 days a week, in person or online. Okay, during the time of coma and die and come back, yes, I was out of not doing things until 2011, go back on a radio and TV everywhere. Thank you for joining my fan club. Thank you for clicking the link below in the link tree. And thank you for clicking art and subscribe to everything I'm doing. Help me help you. How's that? If these don't fluctuate, listen carefully. Okay, and there's no inquiry if you know what you're doing. Okay, so they don't fluctuate, and you can get these when you get a 649, by the way. There's some other dingo. You need to have the score this. Stop. I don't like dumb. Okay, I get so tired of listening to the circus out there. It's ridiculous. Now, under the Fair Lending Act, you can get 99 more cards. How many? American Express is going to offer you 99 more cards to your face. To your face. I want you to have 9. Okay? If you listen to me very carefully, okay, structure builds finance, builds dream. Structure builds finance, builds dream. Got it? So if we have the right structure and have 9 entities, 9 divisions, and I created this in 1985. In 1984, I got married, my first wife, okay? And she was, Biola University and all this great stuff, a Christian woman. All right, she was not a Christian woman. She actually had an affair with her ex-fiance during our marriage, and I have 4 beautiful daughters. Okay, and the Bible says I can take her out. What? But I can't, that's the law. So what do? Now, everything in life is a lesson. Understand a lesson? Okay? So when I went to leave my ex-wife, very simple. Okay, my daughter's at the door, Sarah, and she's crying her eyes out. Daddy, where are you going? I had everything moved back into the house. I lived with my ex-wife in separate beds for 12 years to raise my 4 daughters. Because if someone touched one of my daughters, I'd have a problem with that. Okay? So what do? So understand, I have a prenup and postnup. Write down prenup and postnup, ladies. Mine says cheat clause. That's why I bring it up. Cheat clause. If you have a marriage agreement, they cannot basically put that tax on both of you at the same time. You have to plan the problem. Got it so far? So my ex-wife cheated. I still paid her bills. I gave her $15,000 a week for 2 years and paid all her bills. Simple. All right. After the kids were after 12 years old enough, I moved out. All right, to some of my other mansions and other pieces that don't belong to me anyway. So I want you to think about prenup and postnup. Got it so far? Okay, wipe your camera. Okay, let's see if that helps. All right, I got something, wipe my camera. I did that earlier, but let's do that again. Okay, someone suggested, let's take the suggestion. Sorry. Okay, hopefully that makes it better. All right? All right, so we have to plan the problem. Understand, plan the problem. Life kicks our assets all the time. So again, I'd like you to understand a marriage agreement separates liability. Today, God made husbands and wives one. So when I say family, it's God, family, money. God, family, money. Got it? So family means my wife and I because we became one. Money has to be driven to the corporation or the entity you have. Understand, corporations absorb money. No taxes due till you're profitable. Borrow money offsets taxes, okay? Borrow money offsets taxes, okay? Understand that. Okay, viewer, clean your camera is what it says, okay? So understand what this means. If I receive money as a corporation or an LLC, LLP, CEF, whatever you pick, Supreme Court said, then I don't pay tax till I'm profitable. Got it so far? So if we listen very carefully and build a blueprint for you or with you, cards fluctuate, don't fluctuate anymore, quit dropping your score, screwing up. Okay, get these cards because they don't fluctuate at all. And what do? We take the American Express and that 100,000 card and we times it by 9, plus the parent company. That is 1 million of credit just off of a damn gold card or a platinum card, okay? So your biggest problem is your lack of knowledge is what I would call our, stupidity or dumbness, okay? So if we repackage you, then we look at banks and get checkbook money. This is checkbook money up to 150 per bank, okay? And there's 4 banks that I like, 150, this is 300,000. If I took checkbook money, and American Express is gonna offer you a blueprint loan, up to 250,000, understand, 250, what does that mean? If I take 250 or 150, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in your business. I'd like you not to do that. I would like you to write a check to an escrow company, okay? I would like you to do what I've done since 1987. I wrote the first book on laundromats, dry cleaners, storage units, apartment complexes, pay phones, printing companies 40 plus years ago. Those were my books and how I created things. In 1989, I created the firm called Assignment of Mortgage. My firms are all at the stationery stores in the 80s and 90s anyway to help people. That's what it was. So if we receive money, if we buy 25% of a Wendy's restaurant, storage and a laundromat, it's simple. Now, my clients are out there, you need a laundromat and car wash. No, you don't. You need to own the damn thing. Nobody wants to run and work at a damn car wash. Nobody does. You want to own it because you're an investor. So thank you for sharing the lives. All right. Thank you for, again, click the link below. All right. Share the world and show Ray Reynolds can change your life. That's the goal. So if we go back to basics, step by step, all right, kids today need this free download book. It's free to the world. All right, how do you make money like you? Well, the reality is I don't make money, okay? I haven't had a paycheck in 40 years, but I help control millions and billions. Is that okay? That's the fun thing. All right, you don't want a paycheck eventually. I haven't had one for a long time. Why would I want one? So again, all right, Jeremy, this is in the link tree, or you can DM me, or you can we'll send you how to get it as well. And you can click the link, subscribe to the channel, and all kinds of fun stuff. I want the world to change their credit history, and I want them to listen to me since I set up the damn system in the first place. It really bothers me listening to the circus and the clowns out there going, blah, 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 you need 3 LLCs. Look at me, I'm rich. I've seen so many clowns, it's ridiculous. This is for high school kids and college kids to start their file for free. And I'll even give them the first credit card for free. I'll take the time to do that too. So understand something. It's a free download. And most of you need a copy of it anyway. If we go back to basics of that fluctuation, what is my first series? Winning the game of business. By the way, page 6, paragraph 3 says cash flow fee per time. I wrote it when I was 15. 15, got it? This came out in 1976. I was 16 years old. Driving a Lamborghini. What the hell's wrong with you people? I don't understand. What is wrong with all of you? Why do you follow the circus and the clowns going blah, blah, blah? Explain, borrow money is not taxed or doesn't, okay? If I take money today and I take this checkbook money and I put $25,000 in an escrow, I own a piece of a Wendy's restaurant, own a piece of a storage unit, whatever. Now, $25,000, because numbers don't lie. Listen to the words. Numbers never lie, only people lie. People are full of, you know what? I'm just going to tell you the truth and be direct and blunt. That's just been my nature anyway. If you got $25,000 in an escrow, your income to the corporation, not you, is about $3,200 a month. You're not rich. You're not rich. I don't want you to be rich. People say they're rich. I think it's stupid, in my opinion. The IRS hears these people, I'm rich, look at my... What does that mean? If you put yourself in the first place, the IRS can indict you. So you don't want to be rich. You want to have an irrevocable trust with what you set up and do it the right way, like the Rockefellers did. My favorite heroes when I was a kid, studying every rich and famous person. And that's the goal. Playing the game, playing the game, play the game. That money comes in, listen carefully. You're not rich, but one of your divisions now has $3,200 a month. Forever, forever, forever. You don't do a damn thing. You're an investor. Now, this one has a storage unit. This one has a laundromat. This has a car wash. This is an apartment complex. If we separate liability for the line of defense, 84, Shakey's, 31 flavors, shopping centers, condos. I'm the largest satellite distributor, manufacturer, and retail store, blah, blah, blah. Making a fortune. Okay. 84, I got something in the mail. Okay? What kind of trust? Irrevocable. Write it down. If anybody says anything besides that, put them on the phone and I will challenge that blank out of them and I will put them in their place. I don't like dumb. Okay? Irrevocable trust. Exactly what the Rockefellers did. Do you put $25,000 in each? Again, listen carefully. Borrow money into the escrow. Borrow money is not taxable. What again? When it receives money back, it comes to the corporation or LLC, LLP, C Corp, and you don't pay tax until you make a profit, okay? If we keep doing this, all right, 9 times, that's $100,000 a month, by the way, by the time we're done. Would you like $100,000 a month forever? And I mean ever. It's simple. Your problem is you. It always has been. You should fire yourself because I think you did an okay job, but you didn't finish the pieces. And you have the same rerun every other day, blah, 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 blah. Stop it. Today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, write it down. You're stuck with me. I'm going to give you an example of a blueprint, okay? Of a blueprint. Mark the property finder. Okay, fantastic. Mark, that says say hi, I say hi, no problem. But property finder, what does that mean? You see, the problem you have, it's like Mark or some of you, I got an LLC, got a piece of property, oh goody. When they sue the LLC because they slipped and fell, they sue you. You're the officer, okay? So I thought the book was free. It is free, okay? I thought, didn't find the damn link. What's wrong with you? This is a free download to everybody. If you can't find it, DM me, put a note there. They'll send you the link, okay? I don't want any damn excuses. You're going to get off your assets and do what you're told to do. Isn't that terrible? You need an LLC. Maybe we need an LLC or a C Corp. Maybe. But I'm going to put you all in check. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done. I'm not going to say you can do this. No, no, no. You're going to do what I tell you to do. Okay? God bless. Well, the reality is escrow process. Understand something. It's escrow close homestead trust. Write it down. There's a procedure for everything. This is how you become millions and billions of structure. Okay? That's what I did. So understand something. 1984, okay? Go to Ray Reynolds University website. Okay, that's Uncle, and that's that as well. There you go. Okay? He's helping us. My clients help us all the time. I love this stuff. Now, I have a problem in 1984. Satellite all these pieces and shakies to 31 flavors and Subways. I was using corp to corp, like the banks do. 84, I get this letter that says I got to pay franchise tax fee. What the blank? That would have been $1.2 million up to that. So what do we do? It's simple. Okay? I go to Sacramento, California. You heard of them, right? That's our capital. And what do? I ask a question to 2 departments. Can I create an entity under a corporation that does not pay franchise tax fee? Entity. Okay, I was told I can create an entity or form, and I can basically create one or modify an existing form, and they would give me yes or no. It got approved by all 50 states, by the way, in 1985. Division process is what's happened. It gives you a line of defense, line of defense. Right now, it's like the 9 types of LLCs. All right, in 21 states, an LLC can be a serious LLC, and they can have sub-LLCs below it. It's kind of like the same process, but again, this is still public record. Divisions are not going to hurt you because what happens, you can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If you build your LLC, all right, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, that's where Supreme Court says those are actually legal people. Every one of those can have division process. Each division has the ability to have its own credit files. Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax, and I established its credit files in 1987 while I'm training Ken Yarborough. TRW became Experian. I was his trainer, okay, understand? So that means each entity here can have its own credit files. One LLC, you got Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax, and most of you didn't even have that yet. Let me set up the file for you. From there, that's all you got. You're stuck. Well, I'm going to have 10 LLCs. If one of them gets sued, one of them, because you're the officer, you're the managing what? General what? You're managing the certificate of ownerships, general what? What happens? They sue you, they sue everything. You lose it all right, if the judgment's big enough. It's like everything else today. Marriage agreement, what happened basically in 2011? Let's go back in time again. I'm fighting to get my stuff back after coma. Here's David Kenner. David Kenner and the tax auditor. And the auditor says, I don't drive a Lamborghini. Why do you, Mr. Reynolds? I said, because I'm a smart SOB and you're an idiot. He didn't like that. It's just the truth. Okay? So again, I answered his questions. David Kenner, in court, who owns death row records at the time, okay, and the tax auditor and everything else, turns around and the auditor says, we're going to tax his wife. David stood there in court and says, Mr. Reynolds has a prenup and postnup, sir. See, I planned the problem. In my businesses, there's always someone trying to knock you down or sue you, screw you up. My wife has companies too. So I don't want to have her companies get me involved in the process. So in other words, if she's sued, I'm not sued. If I'm sued, she's not sued. It separates the pain. That's why you want a marriage agreement. Because we have liability, and what do we have? Joint liability. No. We want to separate things. It's like when you buy a house, a husband or wife is going to buy the house, not both, because we basically become one under God's eyes. But what happens is when we do things separate. Your biggest problem is you. Okay? Your problem is you bring the pain home. Today, your driver's license probably has your your home address versus P.O. Box. Registered owner and lien holder is all what? Your home address as well. We have to plan the problem. Every one of you have to understand how to plan the problem. So if we understand what we're going to do, you subscribe. You basically click the link below. You can look at the link tree and we get to help you every step of the way. Say hi. Well, hi, how you doing? Share the lives with everybody, okay? The main goal here is to open an LLC. No, the main goal is to create a blueprint so you quit screwing up, okay? Because I might not want you to have an LLC after I get to know you a little bit. I might tell you to do a C Corp first. LLC and basically C Corp turn to S anyway. And I give corporations for free to everybody. Free. Everybody gets corporations for free. Why? Because I give them for free. I have for 49 years. Why would somebody spend $1,000 for a damn piece of paper? That's free. You pay your filing fee, and that's it. And learn diddly squat. I have no understand why people would do that. But they do it all the time. So, 3 o'clock today, write it down in your calendar, change your whole schedule. At 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today, you and I are going to be on this board creating a blueprint of success. I'm going to show you exactly what to do, and then I'm going to offer to do it with you, for you, or one of my team members as well. I'm online twice a day, free, okay, 3:15 in the morning a.m., and it's basically here. It's 4:20 in the morning here, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so what happens? So as we play this game, we're going to play to win. So at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'd like to be on the board with you for an hour and a half, and create a blueprint, answering more questions, show you what needs to be done, and make sure you quit screwing up. Hey, you're doing great, fantastic, but the reality is you're missing pieces. Okay, if you need help, let me know as well. Okay, as you do these things as well. Download census, yes, what happens is very simple. The download is for corporations free. Okay, if you don't find, again, Linktree, all right, all you have to do is also DM me. Someone will get back to you and help you every step of the way if you can't find it. You already had Uncle Nick said go to Ray Reynolds University and you can download it from there. But again, your goal is to understand how to do this. Okay, don't worry about free. Okay, get the book for the kids. Are you, all right, starting it right for free. It's a free download. Article should be free if you don't have it. Blueprint, what does that mean? Well, again, if you relate, you missed the whole thing, then you got to go back and start over. That's up to you. A blueprint of your life. You bring the pain home because you fluctuate your credit, okay? All right, can't my download it? Okay, well, again, DM us and we'll send you the link. We'll walk you through the process. It's simple, okay? Don't get frustrated. Understand you can get that link. We'll even hold your hand and sing Kumbaya. Okay, no problem. Now understand something. If you click and subscribe to my channels, that's great. If you basically DM me, okay, again, send me the hearts and all the good stuff as well. Help me help you. 3 o'clock today, that's right, Pacific Standard Time. Look at your clock right now. Okay, I start at 3:15 in the morning a.m. Thank you for joining the fan club. It is 4:22. 23, depends which clock you look at. 4:23, what it says here on the watch and here as well. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to join me, and good morning, Kim. All right, what happens, what we're going to do is this. Yeah, that's probably 6 o'clock your time. Derek, you're in the Eastern time, no problem. But if you listen very carefully, okay, I'm going to design a blueprint on the board as an example for you. I'm going to answer your questions, and that hour and a half or less, you will learn more from me than I think you've learned in a long time. Again, we're going to talk about fluctuation of credit cards, stickies, how I help design the system, oldest card, history, and the 29% rule. We're going to talk about these don't fluctuate and how we can get 99 more of these to turn into $100 million. But I want you to have 9 instead, okay? 9. Then we're going to talk about checkbook money to finance any business, and what happens is to buy a piece of a business, because I want to line you up literally to make sure you basically own a piece of a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box, or a storage unit, laundromat, car wash, or an apartment complex. I would like you to have an income for the rest of your life and quit pissing away money. Most of you have had $50,000 or $100,000. You pissed it away. You're very disappointed today. Your friend and family member, someone probably ripped you off as well. But again, I'm going to be in electric class at 3 o'clock. Well, then basically you're going to miss out on Friday. I got classes and Saturday all through the day. Again, if you miss out, you miss out. Okay, I changed your whole life. But again, that's up to you. That electronic, whatever you're doing, should be a division of a corporation. Chase is one of my favorite. These are $50,000 each. Okay, Chase on personal and business cards. All right, A, don't have interest up to 22 months. It's free money. Next, all right, understand something. All right, corporate credit doesn't show up on personal files. Okay, all right, is it true over 100,000 is a waste? If anybody said that, Brian, then he's an idiot. Okay, or he's dumb, okay? You will have 100,000 of personal credit when I'm done with you. You'll have 71,000 of safety for your family, so you don't bring the damn pain home. Okay, home. Then your corporation is going to have $1 million of credit. If your goal is $1 million business, you have to have credit match the goal. If we take this card here and we multiply it by 99 more, I want 9 instead, there's $1 million. If anybody says credit is bad, they're being very, I don't want to say dumb. I like saying stupid because the reality is this life. I'm not supposed to say stupid. Okay. Money, where are you going to get it? If you get credit, corporate credit, it offsets taxes, and you build your business, and what you do is you get your return. If I took $25,000 into an escrow, I get $3,200 a month. If I take $100,000, the income for the entity is $96.20. So for every $100,000 I put into an escrow, my return should be up to $100,000 a month. It's $10,000. If I do it 9 more times, what do I have? So for every $100,000 you buy a piece of something, you own it forever under the division process. Share the live with 10 people. Jacob says, fantastic. Share with 50 people. Share this with everybody, all right? Share the live, click the link, subscribe to the channel, all the pieces, DM me, and if you need help, we'll help you. That's how it works. So our goal is very simple as we play this game. I want you to change your life. And if you want to listen and learn, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you're stuck with me. That's the ultimate goal. All right, I'm fan club. Thank you for joining the fan clubs. Thank you for DM. Thank you about subscribing. Click the link below. Subscribe. Play with me because I'll change your life. I'll guarantee it. I've been having fun. I joined TikTok about 7 weeks ago to see if I like to do it. Okay, I'm having fun so far. It's like being in my seminars and workshops and the boot camps that I've done for over 49 years. I get to help people. There's the goal. Helping people learn how to play the game. Once again, the LLC, LLP. LLCs has 9 types. What kind do you have? LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. That is basically Supreme Court said this is a what? Legal person. If they sue that entity, all right, they sue you. Sent you loves, Ray. Thank you. I love the loves and all the pieces you do. I want to play the game too. Everyone of you should play the game. Nonprofit is great. It's grant money. If you have a nonprofit, let me show you how to get $100,000 a month in a hospice house. How's that? Hospice, because elderly care is number 1 now. And we're living longer and older because we have to work longer and older. And the grant money that Trump has authorized is up to $1 billion this year. And you can get $112,000 a month to a nonprofit to a property what? 196 fans, fantastic. I like to get more. Keep going. Winning the game of business. My first series, the Big Ugg Blackie cassettes back then in 1976. This says cash flow, future time, and financial freedom. I own the rights to that. Right? Someone else used it. Let's understand. In 1976, when I put it out for the public, I was 16, driving a Lamborghini in my race cars and race boats. Genius. Well, the reality is, God's the genius. I'm just his vehicle to help you. Okay, if you listen and learn. Hospice care, elderly care is going crazy. Again, this is nonprofit. It is $112,000 grant money and get into the Transportation Act under nonprofit. Because what does that do? They have to go to the doctors. They have to go to what needs to be done. Transportation Act can get you free vehicles, vans, $100,000 a month. Understand, if you're not making enough money, I'd say get a nonprofit and profit work in conjunction, give yourself a raise. Okay? All right, but the reality is it's very simple. We're not all that sharp. Well, guess what? You're stuck with me. I will hold your hand every step of the way. I have an LLC and a nonprofit. Fantastic. You have a setup. In the future, you'll have an irrevocable trust. So write down irrevocable trust. And anybody says anything else besides that kind of trust, all right, tell them flat out I said they're dumb. Good morning, Mr. Reynolds. Good morning, all. Good morning to all of you. So what do we get to do? Carlos, having fun as well. So again, an LLC is a limited liability company / it will convert to S Corp when it files tax return. Anyway, C Corp does the same thing in most process. C Corp's are double taxed. All right, LLC can be taxed, but C Corp, S Corp solves the problem a little bit there too. You're going to change your strategy based on income of money. Got it so far? How do I get cars, all right, for a nonprofit? It's free money. I mean, come on, understand. All right? You had 1,013 vehicles, vans, and everything else being donated to nonprofit last year under a nonprofit because you have a 501c3. They're going electric. Why C Corps double tax? Because they are. The corp's tax and your tax on a paycheck. So understand, S, you can have one single filing. But I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but I'd like to help change your life. They're coming up pretty fast on all the questions. Fantastic. If I miss your question, DM, all right, someone will get back with you. We'll answer the question, believe me. All right, I like to have fun with people, and this is what I'm doing today with you. This is my 7th week on TikTok. All right, I want to go live all the time and have fun. DM me. Share the live with everybody and get to play with me, and I'll teach you the rules and tools. I'll tell you the truth, okay? You see, I like to do this for free, by the way. All right, when I turned 26 with $2.6 billion of structure, I offered everything I do for free. Nobody wanted to play. They needed skin in the game. But again, these employees and this structure needs income anyway, so they sell you pieces of things. Great. But again, what happens? Me, I don't need a paycheck. I don't want one. Why would I want one of those things? But can I help you help you? Ray does not need your money. Well, that's very true. I mean, I became a corporate billionaire at 21 years old. But I call it a secret billion. It's nobody's damn business. Billions at 26, 3.7 billion when I died in a coma. So we're going to help people. That's the goal, help people. Someone out there going, I'm rich, look at me. I'm a clown in the circus. You shouldn't buy a house, and I have houses. Ay, ay, ay. Bottom line is you have a lot of silly people out there, and I call it a circus and a bunch of damn clowns. Ray is sharp. Well, the reality is I just tell it like it is. And I pray to God what he gave me to help you helps you as well. How do you get the money, that money? Well, the reality is as you process your income, you basically own a piece of something, and that's what the goal should be. I purchased your tapes, cassettes years ago. Congratulations, okay? So the reality is, you know, I'm Ray Reynolds, the real godfather of credit. Fantastic, you did it years ago. See, when I came out of coma in 2009 and 10, came back on the market on 2011 on radio and TV, there were 14 people online pretending to be Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. It's like, are you kidding me? Robert, my attorney, had to sue people and say, hey, I represent the real guy. Stop it. But again, that's what happens. Where are you located at? We're in California. Okay? But again, you're going to be online. So what happens? Are you trying to basically buy stocks? You see, when you buy stock, your problem is you being silly and dumb. Sorry to say, but it's true. Your corporation should have a division that buys stock. Because when you receive money, it's taxed. So if you receive money as a corporation, okay, are you rich? Hell no, I'm not rich. Why do I want to say I'm rich? That's stupid people. I'm rich, look at me. Hell no. Okay? I control millions and billions of dollars, but I'm not rich. Why would the hell we be rich? Only stupid people say they're rich. The IRS is listening. And they're going to get indicted for going, I'm rich. No. I control corporations and entities using irrevocable trust, what the Rockefellers did a long time ago. How do I get one in a meeting on the phone? Well, maybe you need to basically call the office at 800-254-9506. And then you want a meeting with me, I'm going to charge you a fee. Hey, I'm $5,000 an hour. Have been for over 40 some odd years, 3,000 to 5,000 an hour. But I tell people all the time for free too. How do you avoid tax? You're going to pay tax. All of you pay tax as much as you have to. Again, if you go to the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today live, I'm going to show you a demonstration of a blueprint. Okay? You should basically understand house payment offsets taxes, and you should break even. Your income and lifestyle should match to break even. I mean, come on. You get a paycheck today, it's taxed. You get the leftover, that sucks. Then you turn around and what do? Everything you touch is tax, 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 and probably when you're dead. It sucks. You didn't understand how the Rockefellers did it, I did, and all the rich and famous people that I studied my whole life. See, I went to school, got the paper, studied, got all the pieces of paper. It's simple. Life teaches you life when you get your assets kicked. That's how it works. School is good and memorize the answer. Right? Pass the test. That's easy. I have recall on those things anyway. I write with both hands and talk at the same time and rhyme all the time too. Yes, 3 o'clock. All right, it's call time. Yes, 3 o'clock would be Mark. You'd be online and you're going to create a blueprint with you. How do they make money? Well, making money is a corporation and investing in things. How about this? When I wrote the first book on payphones, I ended up owning 22,000 payphones, 6.6 million a month. Is that money? I didn't make it, the corporation did. How about when I wrote the book on laundromats and car washes 40 years ago? You own it, but you don't run it. Is that okay? How about we get an auto income? How about we add you to the 1 billion escrows I'm working on right now, escrows. I'm going to have about 5 billion in escrow this year. Would you like to own 25% of a storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash, an apartment complex? Okay? See, if you own a piece, okay, that's forever. You don't have to worry about it because it's a management company. I call it, all right, boring and steady. 800 for Joe, 254-9506. It's in the link tree as well. It's on the here. What do? That's perfect. Yes. Okay, understand something. Because you own 50 payphones. No, I owned, all right, literally 22,000 payphones through corporate structure, not 50. 22,000. I bought routes up all the time. People would complain. All right, 800-254-9506, 9506. Write it down. It's in the link tree as well. Click the link below. DM me. We'll get back with you no matter what. Share the live and also subscribe to the channels. That's all you got to do. I need help. You all need help. Sorry. I think this is just me. You're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. I'm right. I can rebuild every one of your lives if you allow me to, okay? But again, you have to allow me to help you and listen and learn today like you're doing now. See, since I help set up the system, all cards fluctuate. We got to understand their rules and tools. These do not fluctuate. Again, what do? Then we want to get these per division. They offer 99 cards off one card. Look it online. It's simple. 99 cards. I want you to get 9. Okay? If I take my wife's credit cards right now, these are 100,000 paid over time limit. If I add 9 more cards, is that $1 million or not? Yes or no? There's only 10 cards to play with anyway. The rest suck. I don't like the credit cards out there. I think they suck. There's 10 I like. And then there's only 4 banks I want to play with anyway. Okay? Plus a credit union. You have to learn the discipline. If you take checkbook money, blueprint loan, which American Express gives you up to $250, and you invest it into a storage unit, laundromat, car wash, whatever, you've used borrowed money, not taxable. Now you got a return, comes the company and has to receive the money. You don't receive money. The day you stop receiving money is the best day of your life. Okay? Currently you get a paycheck. Taxed, house payment offsets taxes. House, escrow, closed homestead, trust. You never buy it jointly with a spouse because that'd be stupid. You're not stupid. Okay? What are the banks? Get to the basically in the credit union, okay? You just want answers. I want to make you suffer. In other words, you're going to have to watch me for an hour and a half. How's that? Just giving you answers doesn't solve your problem, people. Okay? This is fun for me. It's fun for you. You're learning pieces. If we don't connect the dots, it's all baloney. You got it? If you don't collect the dots. So again, that's 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Me drawing a blueprint with you. I'm online twice a day, 6 days a week. On Saturday, I got 6 classes. Friday, I have 2. You play. You learn for free. What a concept. Okay? And if you want my team to help you, then you pay them some money. It's simple. You should sign up for the Afterpay or Klarna. Okay? Well, it is. I believe they have that already on their system anyway. Okay? So again, they already have those things anyway in the system. Not a problem. Okay? Thank you for your art, but I think they've done it for years. Sell it, Ray. Love it. And we'll be here today. Well, the reality is it's going to be up to you. I don't want to sell you. I want to tell you the truth. Okay? You have the same rerun every friggin' day from yesterday, the day before, and you got to change your life. Okay? I've dedicated myself to help people because I'm bored. You're what my wife calls this my hobby. Okay? If I wasn't basic, what would I do this morning? What would I do this morning? I got up 1:45. I stretched. I used my yoga ball. I did my exercise. First thing I went to my knees is thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I ask for forgiveness all the time because I screw up. Then I get ready. Then I come here and I'm on live at 3:15 in the morning because I'm bored. What would you do? I'm bored as can be. If I help people, I'm not bored. I feel alive. It's fun. I like that. It's like when my wife and my daughters and my son go shopping on Saturday or Sunday. All right? They're shopping. I don't like shopping. I'm allergic to shopping. So what am I doing? I'm bored and get online again. Should you help basically ruin credit and change my life? Well, the reality is you may have ruined your credit. I'll help you fix it, but I won't fix it. I'll help you rebuild it. If you want to hire credit repair scam companies, you could do that. You'd be ripped off again and again. Or you can rebuild it and understand. You're not here to rip off your creditor. Again, what did you do? Or is it charged off or not? So when I go back in time, okay? You're talking about credit. All right? Consumer credit counseling and all the credit reports. My company. Simple. What do you do? All right? When I wrote, literally, okay, winning the credit game. It's called winning the credit game, by the way. Okay, it's like in the back of the first one I wrote. There's me, the highest kick on planet Earth. Okay? There's me, one of the cars in the 21 car collection. One of the mansions, one of the yachts. Hell, why not? See, I'm the real deal. You just got to understand how to play. Your score is a high 779. Well, mine's at 843 today. Big deal. What do you do with it? You have to take it out to make sure it works, what needs to be done. The next version of winning the credit game, I put it on a chess game because I became a chess master at 13. Nobody would play with me. Oh, by the way, winning the credit game, okay? Winning the credit game, it's free. It's a download on one of my things too. See, I just want to change your life if you want to listen and learn. But again, for the kids, All right, this year, starting out right, this is for the kids, high school and college. Okay, it's what it needs to be done. How much money do you start? Well, the reality is, why don't we use your credit to finance the business? Why do you keep wanting to spend money, people? I don't understand. You might spend a little money for the foundation of something, that's fine. But let the corporation build its own credit. Understand, you build it and offset the taxes. I mean, you like pissing away money, most of you. I'm sorry, you do. You waste 50 bucks every other day on crap, 700 bucks a month in crap. Why don't we let the corporation finance itself? Again, you can structure it, you can spend a little bit of money, but most of you spend thousands for a damn piece of paper called a corporation or LLC, and I got 10 of these. That's a circus. They're free. I've given articles for free to corporations for 49 years. Why would I sell you something when you learn diddly squat? My thing is, if you buy anything from my organizations, I've got to help you because I feel guilty if I don't. I need help. Of course, you all do. I'm in New York City. Fantastic. Are you giving us your own classes? Well, what happens is classes for 7 weeks on TikTok and YouTube and all the other things I did. I put all classes for free for the last 7 weeks. Today, you get free today at 3:50 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. All right, Monday through Friday. Saturday's goal setting. And the classes go back to being paid classes, of course. All right? Because the bills have to be paid here too. All right, again, that's how it works. So again, kids, high school, college, starting out right, it's a free download. Can't find it, DM me, share the live, okay, literally subscribe. All right, click the link below, and what happens is you're stuck with me. If you get stuck, we'll help you find the book for a free download anyway, because that's how it works. Your goal is to listen, learn, and change your life. I spent $50,000 to start my trucking company, LLC. In October, should I have used, money to do this? Well, understand. If you loan, listen to your problem. You loaned the $50,000 to the LLC. Write a note back to yourself. You need to have a note. Corporation, that trucking company should be a division, by the way. 22% of my clients are truckers. Again, I'd like to restructure you and build you $1 million of credit. Do you want 20 trucks? Do you want to have your wife to be your dispatcher? Most wives are dispatchers, so I don't want to assume anything, but anyway. But again, at the same time, are you going to want to drive truck for the rest of your life? The answer is no. If you own a piece of something, you create auto income. And if I have husbands and wives, I try to convince the wife to have a nonprofit because I show how to get $112,000 of grant money. Elderly care, hospice house. Okay? Bills have to be paid, and you don't worry about money since the 20s. Well, the reality is bills are paid because you create income. I mean, understand, I get $2.68, okay, because I invented Car Finder. There's this thing called LoJack out there, all right? Huh? See, everything you create can be an income as you do this to the corporate structure. Are divisions still under your corporate? Oh, hell yes, hell yes. This becomes a management company, a management company. So your LLC online and they sue you, congratulations, you're a duck and a sheep. If you have an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, it manages divisions. You can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw these suckers away one at a time. Your problem is you keep letting yourself to be the duck and sheep. Why do you like to be a duck and a sheep? Bah, whack, whack, whack. That's what you all do. It's ridiculous. You allow this world to kick your assets. It's going to kick my assets too. It always does. But if you understand how to plan the problem, you're prepared for your assets to be kicked. You didn't plan. That's why half of you have crappy credit. Your credit sucks. Your business is you're trying. You're maxing yourself out. You're stressed all the damn time, and it's ridiculous. Why would you do that to yourself? Okay? As a man, I'm a father, and I'm a husband. Simple. I got to man up. Period. I wouldn't bring the pain home to my family. Are you kidding me? Not in your life. Okay? Credit offsets taxes. Why would, it's like when I wrote a book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer for Men. Men have to learn to shut up. Women are tape recorders. Hey, I got 5 daughters and a wife. Let me understand. I understand women pretty good. And a boy. 6 kids. Bite your tongue, love longer, men, because you shut up. My wife's Colombian. She's a crazy Colombian girl. We've been together for decades. She'll say, bite your tongue, live longer. Okay, no problem. Let's understand something. A woman is a tape recorder. If you got something to say, gentlemen, shut the blank up. Yell to the sky because they don't want to hear your crap. You don't share your day with your wife and you're going through crap. You don't hurt her spirit. She's your peace. She's your peace. Shut the blank up. Go home, leave the crap behind you, and love her and grab that assets and kiss her all day long. My wife's my girlfriend. Always has been. She always will be. All right? She's my girlfriend. She's my wife. I chase her as much as I can. That's my goal. That's my dream. Because that's life. We became one under God's eyes. We are one. It's God, family, money. God, family, money. God, family, money, period. You keep screwing up, most of you. I'd say all of you. I think you do it wrong and I do it right. Simple. But maybe you learn a couple things. Today you hopefully learned at least 50 things or more. And hey, how about we do this? Why don't we join me today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and let me take the board behind me and draw a blueprint for every one of you, a blueprint of success. As an example, then you DM me now, share the live with everybody. Click the link, subscribe to the channel, and guess what you get to do is you get to play with me. I'm going to change the world. I've been doing it for 49 years. Why not? Give marriage counseling. Well, basically, I'm a licensed pastor, by the way. Okay? I help save marriages sometimes. So I believe one thing happens to be. But I write things all the time because God fills my brain with good ideas. That's how it works. So again, what do? Become number 200 fans. Fantastic, 200 fans. I love that. It's going to have some fun with every one of you. That's what we get to do. Skippity-dippity-do. So today, live, all right? Live, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, I'd like you to change your life. I'd like to help you do that. And if you DM, share the live with everybody in the world. Help me help you. That would be the ultimate goal. Then what do? We change the world. We make it 99 percenters, not 1 percenters. Got it? We all have the ability to offset taxes and have the dream. Thank you, Ray. Well, thank you very much, Sue. This is Guy, okay, next door. So I'd like you to think about something today. I'd like you to show up today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I'd like to show you examples of blueprint. Good morning, Kim. All right, got other things I got to do. I got to walk through the office a little bit. Hopefully I don't drop this, okay? I'm trying not to drop things today, okay? Sometimes everything falls. It's like the devil's trying to knock me over. So I got to get the office ready, okay? Because we have these people at 6 o'clock coming in, peekaboo. Now what happens is very simple. At 6 o'clock, my first shift comes in. I have a meeting at 6 o'clock. It's called setting the tone because we have to set the tone for the day. At 7:30, my management team's here and we set the tone again, okay? Setting the tone is important. Now, one of my routines for me, if you want to stay here watching me do it and talk to you as well at the same time, is I light candles. I like the smell of candles because people stink. No, they don't stink. I just like to smell candles. But again, that's one of my quirks. Okay, we're going to go down the hallway here. We're going to pass, accounting and my vice president of the company. And then I'm going to turn on a light. And we're going to say peekaboo. Okay? You'll see RR throughout the office lit up. It means Ray Reynolds. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of credit. Okay? So I go into the men's bathroom to light their candle. Well, this one's kind of shot. Well, maybe it'll work a little bit. But no, we'll replace it today. Now understand something today, okay? All right, we're gonna basically help you. Again, click the link tree, all right, DM me, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. 80% of the employees you hire suck, okay? 80% of people, okay, when you hire them, they're terrible people. 80% of everybody you hire will take advantage of you, rip you off, and do a lousy job. 20% of the people you hire are great. By the way, the 80% will push out the 20% will push out the 80% that suck. Okay? So again, what do we get to do? You don't have enough hands. Okay. All right. So what we do is we walk by the employees. We have to spoil them. We have vending machine. Okay. So in the office here, this is their lunchroom. We play the game. No problem. Got to spoil them too. That's 20%. They're good employees. The 20%. The 80%, they've already been pushed out. Now, in this call center here on the wall, it'll be backwards to you. It'll say cash flow fee per time. Nope, it's in my book. See if you're paying attention. It'll say make a friend, make a buck, okay? My employees are trained to make friends first, help people, and then you know they're gonna sell you something. That's just the way it is. This is the paralegal department, okay? Our IT engineer in the corner here, his name is Daniel. He's a little genius, and he helps us in all the things we're trying to accomplish as well. So again, we go through that process, and everybody has to learn how to play the game to win. So on the wall, it'll say basically make a friend, make a buck. I know it's backwards, but again, that's what it means. If we get to know people first, that's the first goal. Getting to know somebody, helping them. If we help them, all right, guide them, then they get involved in something. Because every one of you have been ripped off before. Sorry, you have. Maybe friends and family member. Maybe you did credit repair crap. There's even now out there, you can get in the credit repair business and you can make all kinds of money. What, lying to people? I mean, all you have to do is look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It says credit repairs are fraud. They have to have a bond. They're supposed to be nonprofit of a 501c3. I don't understand why people would listen to what I call silly, and dumb all the time, but that's what they do. Okay. You need to rebuild your credit. You need to have what's called a rapid rescore. I created a rapid rescore, okay, about 48 years ago for mortgage companies and everything else that we're trying to do. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I got work to do. I got to check 19 bank accounts, 19 emails, and about 64 cards. So understand what that means about the cards. What happens is, because clients do not have, 30 transactions and more, and $100,000 in and out of their bank account, plus I do. These are blueprint loans, are basically set up for checkbook money, and these are basically chase cards. When it comes to the Amex, these are being set up for blueprint loans up to $250. That's the goal. So thank you. I appreciate that. Rapid refresh, write down rapid rescore and rapid refresh. They both work in conjunction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be on the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up a blueprint and give you an example of that, and my team's going to help you as well. DM me, share the live with everybody. It's all you need to do. All right, subscribe to the channel and everything else and all the different things you need. We're here to help you every step of the way. Remember, okay, it's very simple, okay? We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. We never forget at the end of the day, okay? God loves us all. That's how it works. We have blessed. We have another day to play. See you at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Pacific Standard Time.